This is the story of how I'm driving my 1990 Volkswagen Golf Country, a rather rare, lifted, bull-barred, synchro all-wheel drive Volkswagen Golf, not sold in the USA, 6,000 miles across the USA in the middle of winter. And it's currently 60 degrees, which is probably, I don't know, 14 degrees Celsius. And I'm camping in very nice Florida at a bluegrass music venue camping site. So I fell asleep to the sound of banjos in the bayou, or wherever the heck I am. So let's start with the tent. The tent is a Thule Tepui Low Pro. It weighs 120 pounds, which is about 50 kilograms. My roof rack is rated for about 30% more than that. It's big, it's spacious, does have a memory foam mattress. I'm carrying a rather fancy sleeping bag. It is synthetic fill from Mountain Hardware, and it's rated down to 0 degrees Fahrenheit and negative 18 Celsius. I did start on Thursday. I drove 1,200 miles from Pennsylvania down to Florida. Now I have 2.5 days to make it 2,200 miles to Colorado. So I'm going to the snow, I'm going to an ice racetrack. Campsite is a honor system. So you just fill out a little envelope, slip it through the door with a little cash in it. It's $15 to camp primitive, so in the woods or in the field. And I think it's like $20 or $25 if you have an RV. Just pastures and rolling roads. Way better than a Walmart parking lot last night. Well, it is 4:15 p.m. and I've driven about 450 miles since 8:30-ish this morning with basically no stops except for fuel, and fuel stops have been under 5 minutes. West of here, the weather map is not good to see either. Ice storms, lots of accidents and big crashes in Texas. The big problem I'm gonna have tonight is the temperatures, because pretty soon it's gonna start falling, and when I say falling, it's gonna fall out the bottom of the thermometer. In about 10-15 hours west of here, it's forecasted to be negative 17 degrees Fahrenheit. Anyway, that's your update. Let's go back to driving through rural southern Alabama.
Later that same evening.
Got a little bit of an uphill, and so people aren't able to make it in their BMWs, and a tractor trailer got pretty stuck as well. This is just ice on the road. I'm in Mississippi. I'm heading north cross country, trying to avoid the ice and the storms because it's so cold out. But this is the first little patch that I've hit, and immediately the traffic got bad. It's only 6:45 at night as well. I got all night to go. Yeah, these southern states are just not salting or anything. I'm just gonna cruise along and stay away from people. The roads are absolutely terrible. And not much snow, it's just the ice. And the highway's completely closed. It's midnight on a Sunday. I'm going to sleep in this like tiny little town. Durant, Mississippi, maybe? It's really freaking cold. I'm not doing the 10. I'm just gonna wrap up. I was so tired. It's not safe for me to drive right now, so yeah, we'll try again in a little bit. Right, I'm starting to warm the car up, but it's developed a misfire, and it's not idling anymore. If I let off the throttle, it dies. Oh my god. Could be electrical, could be fuel, could be anything. So the ISV, if I disconnect it, it will make the idle terrible, so then I'll have to crank. Oh, this is unbelievable. Even revving it, it's not staying running. Well, this ice storm is massive. so I've just decided to go for it. This ice storm is 500, 1,000 miles across for something insane. It's, you know, once in a lifetime. And now the car has an idle stabilization problem as well. So I'm gonna go. There's no point in me being in a tiny little town where there's no chance of fixing it or really getting out tomorrow. And I'm worried about other people on the road. The car is not running right. So it's slightly terrifying stopping in the middle of the woods. But this is what I'm driving. I don't know if there's bears here, but I'm scared. I kind of want to lock the doors. Look at that traction though. Ah, the synchro. Listen to the ice blasting. Oh, it's just a sheet of ice. Oh, it's just, there's nothing here. It's just me and an empty road and woods. How long until the GPS says to do anything? Continue 10 miles. Yeah, good times, good times. Well, I didn't need fuel, but I am at the point where I don't want to drive into the night without having a pretty full tank. No idea where I am, somewhere in Mississippi, so I just filled up, and the idle, look, the idle got better magically, so that's awesome. I probably have, I think, 300 more miles to Arkansas, Little Rock, Arkansas, which is the next stop. Car looks epic. All the snow coating the back. Look, it's even a little smoother. Oh, very excited. Hey.
Hello.
All right, don't go backwards.
Okay.
Don't.
All right, good.
Put it in neutral.
Okay.
All right, let it sit there for a second. Put it in second, but keep your foot hard on the brake. Yeah, once he moves out of the way, you're gonna go forwards, but really slow. If you hear the wheel spinning, you're going too fast. Just real gentle.
Put it in drive. Don't give it no gas. Put it in drive.
Nope, stop. You don't want it to spin at all. So just like, there's a little baby rabbit under that throttle pedal. You don't want to push it too hard. All right, keep it going. Gentle. Keep it going. Okay, go. That's it. Keep going.
Straighten up.
Go. Stop.
Back up.
All right, stop. Once it's spinning, you can't go anymore. You gotta.
Okay, ease back. Hey,
all right. All right, they're gonna take care of it. I'm gonna get my car out of the spray.
Hey, man, you have a great day.
Hey, you as well. Drive safe. Oh. All right, beep, it's cold. All right, there we go. Get out ahead of that car. Woo, all right. I don't mind driving in snow and ice. I'd rather not be behind a bunch of cars though, but that little Kia was completely stuck and the lady was just spinning her tires, so yeah, hopefully she'll make it, but I mean, it's far from anywhere and I'm constantly fishtailing once I'm up to speed. 70 kilometers an hour, it's okay, but once I'm up to 80, 90, it's constant adjustments on the steering wheel, so yeah, I hope she's okay. Well, as fun as the snow has been, and the highways when they're empty, when they're not empty, it sucks. And you can hear just how rough the ice and everything is. It's like being on the Dalton Highway again. And I'm doing 25 miles an hour for ages and ages and ages, just rattling down the road. it's impossible to get past all the trucks, so I'm just stuck with no visibility. I don't know when it's going to end. It's just mind-numbingly boring. But you got to stay alert in case there's an accident. Well, we've got a serious problem. Oh, the car's done. Is it done? Is it really done? No, it's still going. I think it's fuel pump or it's fuel filter. Alright, so the Napa is closed, but I went to look at the fuel filter underneath anyway, but of course it's covered in completely frozen. So I wonder if that's doing anything. So the sun is setting, it's already 15 below Celsius, and there's no cell phone signal here. Right, I'm in the last town before I have to go over backwoods Colorado the entire way, and the car just broke. I lost basically fuel pressure. I lost, it felt like fuel pressure, but I mean, look at the ice. Look at the icicles underneath it. So I can't even see the fuel pump. I can hear the fuel pump, I can't see the filter. So what I'm gonna do, they've ordered one for tomorrow. I'm gonna go over to Shell, fill it with the best 93 I can get, and then see how it does. It's probably not gonna fix anything. Then I'm gonna come back and try and make a universal filter. Even if I have to run it through the car, I don't care. And then I need to buy a heat gun and remove tons of ice from underneath it. Oh, and my cell phone doesn't work. Verizon doesn't work here. I asked the kids inside if Verizon was here, and they were like, what's Verizon? I go, oh my God. It's not good. The ice is so oppressive that you can't screwdriver it off. Underneath is the same, just completely jammed. And the fuel filter is under there. Hey, probably my fault because I experimented with how big the fuel tank is because I was annoyed how little fuel range I was getting. There's always a risk of running a fuel tank low that you'll scoop out the crap and put it into the filter. I'm not saying that's what happened, but I'm saying there's a decent chance that's what happened. It's also colder than this car has probably ever seen, but it's been idling for 5 minutes now. Okay, 5 minutes outside and my fingers are starting to really hurt. So far so good. So let's try and drive up and down the street. It's uphill, so I'll be able to give it some good, put the engine under load and give it a good test. And then if it passes that, I need to decide what I'm gonna do. The idea of sleeping here sounds good, like the supermarket, sorts of diners and stuff. I get some warm food. I'm already very tired, and it's 8 hours of cross country, so it's not good to head off into the night. My flashers won't last for the night. I don't have flares. The responsible thing is to wait and to diagnose, but I don't have a fuel pressure tester. Anyway, I'm gonna go think about this. I'll be back on when I think of something. I made it 30 miles and then it started to happen again. So I immediately took the exit. A lot of great suggestions from people online. And yeah, fuel pumps, electrical, could be the ignition coil. It really feels fuel related, which really makes me think filter or pumps. What I'm gonna try and do is definitely running cold. It's not getting up to temperature. So I'm gonna try and pop the hood if it's not frozen and find some cardboard and basically block up part of the radiator and see if that makes any difference, just in case it's in a weird warm-up state. We'll see. Found a cardboard box. Let's go block up the radiator, see if that makes any difference. It's a really long shot. I mean, there's so many dozens of other things that it could be, but the car is an ice cube right now. It's definitely not getting up to temperature. So this is $3.99. Very nice people just came and asked if I needed help. Really nice of them. But I came prepared. Remember, it is 0. It is -18 Celsius. And I can't find my gloves. It's gonna log half the radiator at least. My thumb is getting numb already. Almost there. There we go. I want to go on record and say there's no chance this is gonna fix it. So that's it. I'm done. Let's go test it. It's not gonna fix it, but maybe. Fuel pump cut out again, and then again I made it a mile. The rear in-tank pump I think is being extra noisy, so I'm gonna go with that. I tried making a jumper for the fuel pump relay, it didn't help, but yeah, so now I'm in a very nice rest area. I'm not gonna set the 10 up, it's a bit too conspicuous. It's already freezing up inside here. That's on the inside, so that's not good. Set the alarm for 6 hours. I'm gonna try and get some sleep and then drive to Amarillo and find a fuel pump, a fuel filter, and a place that I can defrost the bottom of the car, which is going to be the toughest part, I think. But we'll see what tomorrow brings. First thing is getting there.
The next day.
I'm at a very special dealership today who are literally like my saviors. Quite possibly literally, because if I tried to do a fuel pump and fuel filter outside where it's like -50 and there's polar bears just walking around Texas for some reason, it would not have gone well. But I don't know how to give you the introduction that you deserve, or indeed the whole rest of your team. Thanks to all of the techs, and let's flip the camera on. I'll let you do the introduction before we get to the car. All right.
Well, welcome and thank you for coming to Street Volkswagen. And we're so excited about having Jamie here today, and we follow his videos and all of you followers that are with it, the guys we've been checking out, the techs, and so it's just our honor in a Texas way to be able to help him and take care of him, and it's just who we are. So we got some fun stuff for you too if you want to come in.
So what's your name and how long have you had you run the dealership?
Yeah, it's my store. I'm John Luciano. Street Volkswagen. I've been the National Dealer Council Chairman, been with them since 2013.
Which, let me interrupt for a second. That's a huge deal. I mean, I don't know, like, there's only like one of you, and now you've moved, someone else has replaced you now.
Yeah, we represent 636 stores. I still sit on the councils and we take care of everything.
You were the head of all the dealers, I mean, in the council, and that's amazing.
Yeah, we built some incredible dealerships. I mean, friendships and partnerships between us, the brand, the VCI, getting it all taken care of. Got the opportunity to go to the races, and so, you know, Tanner, if you're out there, I rode with you one time, we had a blast. We were running around Austin, so just a great, what you guys do to promote the brand is phenomenal. So we love it.
Somehow, this was a complete accident. This was not planned. I did not plan to break the car. And literally, no offense, I didn't know you, I didn't tell Hein or people, my boss, that I was coming here. It was just, you were the next town on the map that had a Volkswagen dealership, and I had no freaking clue how lucky that would be, like that decision. So
It's just fate. It's awesome.
It's incredible. So all right, I'll be quiet.
So, you know, we just
Outside it is cold. Inside is warm because this is Street Volkswagen. We've got a Habanero Mark 7, Atlas. So yeah, we are in Amarillo, Texas. This is the only Volkswagen dealership in this city, and they have graciously allowed me a spot, which is amazing. So I've unloaded everything, the race suit, helmet, everything, and now I'm just getting down to work. This is the fuel pump. It's encased in snow. I mean, this is unbelievable. Unbelievable. So I got to unfreeze that, and then I can get to the fuel pump. The fuel filter is underneath. Again, it's completely encased in ice. So that's the number one thing, but no matter what, big thank you to Street Volkswagen. Look at the pile of water coming out. I'm just wrecking their shop. So, all right, I'm gonna get back to work. Okay, first look underneath. Everything not near the radiator is covered. The rear diff is caked. I mean, unbelievable. And then the fuel pump and filters in there somewhere. Oh yeah, like they really.
I mean, it really was. Built. Love the skid plates.
All the techs are being super friendly, offering me nicer pry bars and things. But look, a wild fuel filter assembly appears. Low fuel there. Well, first of all, I burnt the hell out of my hand, so that sucks. Next, got an aftermarket fuel filter, and it doesn't fit, which is why we should buy a Hengst filter. So what I did is went in the trash, someone threw out an old drawer liner, so I'm just gonna trim this up, wrap it around it, and that should give it enough purchase to clamp down. This is actually kind of a nice little solution, I think. Hopefully won't retain water. I just took off the factory shield, which had these kind of scoops in the middle. So when I was surfing over the snow, it scooped in around the engine. And this is what's built up, the exact shape. Just solid ice around the transmission. I mean, it's lucky it stayed away from the belts there, but look at that chunk of ice. I mean, just ridiculous. So where's the coolant leak? There is the coolant leak. This is a factory Gulf Country fuel pickup with now a Chevy GM aftermarket fuel pump. So just had to change the connector there, use insulated and crimped. An original fuel strainer too, and you can see really similar pumps. So even the fuel strainer just swapped right over. So this should hopefully be the fix, but who knows. Okay, first time leaving the dealership. I left all my stuff behind. I'm just going on a test drive. Go out and hammer on it a little bit. Whoa, that's a headwind. My water from last night is still frozen. Been in the dealership for 3 or 4 hours. So what I'm gonna do is go full throttle, maximum load. I'd like to do this up a hill, but that's really gonna test out the pump. I mean, that's full throttle. 4th gear in a headwind. 3rd gear is normally maximum torque. So if you're doing this, try using 3rd gear. I'm gonna continue the test drive. See what happens. These are the last 2 bolts, I think, unless I forgot anything. This is all factory underneath here. You can go check out one of my other videos for info on the Gulf Country, but factory skid plate, all metal sides. These are newer bolts, but I think they match nicely. All right, let's do it up and start packing up. I just want to go on record and say I'm terrified. Back on the road, the dealership was amazing. I tested the car as much as I could. I am terrified. These are the roads I'm taking. There's nothing. I have 100 miles of this. The car's running a temperature, the 3/4 of a tank. I don't know if it fixed it. I just don't know. I'm feeling a little emotional or almost tearful. Oh, there's an abandoned house. The apprehension of this does not excite me. It would normally, but not when I have an unknown issue that I don't know if it's resolved. I hope I'm worrying for nothing. I hope we just fast forward and I get there, but I'm also at the point where it first happened yesterday. That point 3/4 of a tank, that's when I had the first issue. Going up hills like these on the highway, that's when it happened. All right, I'm gonna switch the camera off. I hope I don't come back bad news. Yeah, it's getting dark. Okay, the next village. In theory, there's a gas station here. Oh, there it is. Wow, look at this. That's so cool. Oh my God. Oh, it's so incredible looking. This is the coolest gas station I've ever seen in my life. Best gas station ever. There's not a single sound. Crazy. A adorable. Crazy. Well, made it to the mountains. Going really freaking high, ears popping, and there is probably 60 centimeters of snow on either side of the road, and just cliffs and trees, and it's epic. So 75 miles of this, up and down to the top of the mountain that I'm going to. 75 miles, that's 125 kilometers of this. Probably an hour and a half more. Car's running pretty damn well so far. Fingers crossed. Driving past a really cool resort here with an airfield, because we are far from everywhere. There is just like, we're 5 hours from Denver, 3 hours from Grand Junction, and just in this valley surrounded by mountains. Right around this corner we should arrive, and the production team have got us all our own trailers. So we've got a heated area with fridge and microwave and everything to eat and defrost. I have no idea what the temperature is. No point in me even looking because we're just working. So incredible weather for it. Could not be better. Let's show you the trailer. I'm gonna throw my food in there. I grabbed some vegan cream cheese, some baked tofu, some sourdough, and yeah, some like peanut butter chocolate thing that I already ate. My call time is right now, so we have no time to waste. Yep, it is cold. Kick ass. Right, next up, get up to the track. There's all the cars. There's Tanner. Film crew's over there. This is the big intro hero shot of all the cars. Well, Tanner just shot his first scene, which was standing there off with the big distance behind him. No pressure. Just, hey, why am I here? Now, my first scene, on the other hand, is the Gulf Country, my own car, driving through that wall of snow. I'm going to try and do, I don't know what speed. We didn't practice it, so I can't decide if it's 30 or 70. So I'm just going to send it. There's a bunch of cars beyond it, but there is an escape route. The other 4 cars are Volkswagens. I don't want to dent or damage any of them or stuff them. This one's mine. Why are we starting with mine? But I'm gonna get a nice big run up and probably hit it at like 40 miles an hour. I feel like 35, 40 is gonna make a pretty good boomph. Country's pretty capable. I'm just, as long as I don't hit the front fog lights, that's the only thing I could really damage. Scene 1, good grief. They're still setting up my shot, but that's the snowbank I'm coming through. There's a very expensive camera there. There's a bunch of brand new cars there, so I gotta come up and either stop by here or else thread the needle and go out through there. No! So now we're filming tail lights and reversing lights, so I've got my mark. That chunk of snow right next to the Thule Tepui Lopo 3 tent is my mark. So I just got to reverse and drive up, hit that point. It's kind of fun doing this. Well, there goes Tanner doing 360 shots in the crossbore. I just did my scene with the base camp, which is updated for the 2021, fully compatible with it. I'm steaming up a little too much. Next, the drone is going to come out. I'm going to be driving the base camp. Tanner's going to be in the crossbore, and we're just going to go out and basically hoon around and drift, which to me is very intimidating still, but also a huge amount of fun. Tanner is annoyed by the traction control device not being fully defeatable. I, on the other hand, kind of appreciate it because it's just so much fun on the ice with the winter tires. It's unbelievably fun. So there's Tanner finished, so he's gonna come in, they're gonna remove the camera, then we both go out. Don't wanna crash at all. If anything, hit a snowbank, not the other car, but we like to get close for the shots, so we'll see what happens. I'm just gonna, I just follow your lead.
Just follow me.
Okay.
Unless you see snow engulf this car and I go into a tunnel of snowbank, then choose a different route.
But like, if you're coming down the road, the straight here, should I fishtail for fun, or do I just keep straight with you?
Do it for fun.
Okay.
Just don't get committed, because this is, it's been polished.
Oh yeah, Tanner's like, it's gonna be a whole new track this time, and I don't know what that means. So let's go find out at full speed. Oh gosh. Can't have the camera visible, but you can stay down there. So if you hear me going, oh crap, 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 settings, ESC Sport, Sport mode, and there we go. Oh, okay, yeah, so he's put a lot more snow in a lot more places. That means I went sideways. That means I crashed. Oh boy. All right, well, I did a 180. That was fun.
Oh my God, that was spectacular. I loved it. I could see your teeth as you're spinning around.
Like smiling?
Yeah.
All right, so now we're gonna go in tandem tune behind the camera car, which is very, very, very weird for me. Unbelievable, unbelievable. Genuinely, microphone's still live, so I don't want to be too weird, but genuinely, like, I have devoted my entire adult life to this brand and learning about it and sharing, and all my friends drive Volkswagens. I have a Volkswagen story, so do most people. So to have this opportunity and to be out here working doing this is phenomenal.
Pretty slippery out there.
It's awesome. I'm just monologuing that, like, I mean, hey, like, genuinely, let's take this opportunity. I've devoted my entire adult life to learning about part numbers and injection molding process on how to make a base camp side skirt. But you drive, this is a normal day for you.
Yeah, I've devoted, I guess, most of my adult life to this stuff, yeah.
And to professionally driving in a plethora of different ways that you manage to get paid for it.
It's been pretty awesome. Doesn't suck.
How does this shoot compare to what you would normally do?
I think this is kind of funny. It's like a fun shoot because one, it's for dealers, and it's internal, you know. And because it's internal, you can kind of have a little bit more fun with it. It's not like for consumer consumption, but it's fun to work with you.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
2 laps with camera car.
We're ready.
Right. You stop, switch. So you just take the base camp. Jamie, you take cross sport off. You do 2 laps in the base camp with camera car.
With just the
alone,
camera car.
yeah.
Yep, great.
Alone base
Okay.
camp. We stop. I think then we'll probably get 2 laps in a drone with the 360, and then we're done with these 2.
You're doing good.
No, hold on.
It's
Let me ask you.
mostly the traction
Wait, I will
control
say this,
system
man.
with
I'll
it.
say this. By all means, you just want to rip it around. We don't. You guys don't have to
I
switch.
do no, that's when I like roll it and die. That's the one more, no, I'm happy to.
I say let him do it. So yeah, then I'm gonna tell him he's.
Oh, okay.
The kid stays in the picture, man.
Yep, do it.
Welcome to the big leagues. So what we're doing next with 2 cars, that is where I feel most intimidated, because I felt like I've already learned a lot from you about positioning and where not to go. But when we've also got the additional car and you're taking the lead and I'm behind, I'm just gonna fishtail around to make it look exciting.
Honestly, with this, just as long as you can see the camera, then the camera can see you, sort of a thing, you know?
So this was my turn. I kind of got called in to do the 360. Tanner doesn't know where to hook this up. I can't even open the door. I'm that far into the wall. Oh, I'm super embarrassed. Also, hidden in the back is the person operating the 360 cam. So real behind the scenes.
How's it going?
I totally balls this up.
But it made for great television.
Did it? Well, it's getting towards the end of the day. The sun is, well, just behind that cloud, but gonna go behind the mountains pretty soon. So we're gonna do one last shot with all of the cars doing a flying V driving down the straight. And then we have one more scene to shoot. The team, everyone here has different jobs. Track manager, production manager, COVID safety officer. Everyone's got a specific job, but it's almost the end of the day and we're just about finished. Ticked off all of those shots and talking points we had to, so everyone's kind of chilling out a little bit, but still really focused to get these last couple of shots in. As we talked about, Tanner does this all the time, but for me, I've never been part of specifically filming only shooting production. I've been part of event productions. This has been really, really amazing. It's been a great opportunity and I really appreciate it. The opportunity from Volkswagen to be part of this, and I hope that my friends and all the dealers enjoy it and get a kick out of seeing what we've been doing, and I get to be a part of it. And yeah, it's been hopefully really cool seeing behind the scenes. So maybe the final production will be able to be seen beyond the dealership, but go buy a car and ask them to show it to you behind their desk or something. For now though, thanks for everything. Thanks to Suspension Source for presenting this. Thanks to SCP Euro, Liquimoly, Hanks Filters, Black Forest Industries, everyone that's just helped me get the car ready, Thule with the tent, Mountain Hardware for the sleeping bag, etc. Just making this trip possible. It's by no means over. I'm still on top of a mountain in Colorado, so I have thousands and thousands of miles to drive. Oh, it's getting really cold. This is almost the end of the filming, so I really hope you've enjoyed it. Wash your hands, wash your cars. See you soon.